Well, hello there again. So, like I did say on my previous video about Dragon Ball, I say that I will release also another video, and this is it. So, and this video will be about my number 8 in the ranking of my top 20 greatest anime series of all times, in my opinion, and according to my own tastes or importance in my life. So, the series that I'm talking uh, about, it was a series that caused a great uproar on the world of mecha, and it has associated with it complicated stuff with fans and legal questions and so on and so forth. And the series that I'm talking is a series where what the main character is one, from what I remember so far, and even reading forums or comments and such, is probably one of the most hated characters of all times. But uh, nonetheless, the series is called Neon Genesis Evangelion, or Shinseki Evangelion, and basically it was is a Japanese media franchise that was created and is owned by Gainax. Um, Basically, it's the story is a apocalypse mecha action story that is revolves around the efforts of one parallel paramilitary organization called NERV that are fighting the so-called angels. Uh, and to do that, they are using giant humanoids that were called Evangelions, that were piloted by teenagers, and one of them is piloted by Shinji Iraki, uh, one of the main protagonists of the series. And basically, the series aired uh, between 4th of October of 1995 until 27th of March of 1996, with 26 episodes. And then they also made several movies related with this: Death and Rebirth, dated from March of 1997, The End of Evangelion, dated of July of 1997, and they are doing currently a remake of the series called The Rebuild of Evangelion. That will be a tetralogy, and this began being done in September of 27 and is still ongoing. And basically, like I say, this follows the situation that happened with this guy Shinji Iraki, that basically he is called by his father Gendo Ikari, that is the commander of this paramilitary force called NERV, and is in a way kind of forced to pilot Evangelion Unit 01, uh, right at the same time that there was an angel attack, and he then starts living with Captain Misato Katsuragi, uh, and then he later on joins with Rei Ayanami, the pilot of Unit 00, and Azuka Langley Soryu, that is the pilot of the second unit. Uh, and during the series, we follow his fightings, battling the angels, also having his existential questions about why he is here, why he is fighting, why his father does not accept him, why his father is so distant, so why, what are the angels, what are the Evangelions, what is behind Ray. There are a lot of situations that pop in the mind of this guy. Um, and then we have other characters that appear during the series: Toji Suzuhara, Kaoru Nagisa, for instance, Makoto Yuga and others. Uh, and basically these the series continues, let's say that the movie Death and Rebirth basically marks the step to close the series, and then we have the end of Evangelion. But there are a lot of stuff that happened, legal stuff with companies and others and fans. Well, but in the terms of the concept of mechas and in the term of characters, and I watched this series long ago, so I do not remember exactly all the stuff that happened in the story. I do remember that some angels do have the human shape. um, I still did not watch any of the movies of the new tetralogy because I'm waiting that the last one is done and then I watch it all. Um, and basically, this is the fight, the internal fight of this guy to try to find his own place in the world, to try to understand his place in the world. His situations and his relations with his father, with Ray, with Azuka, and with other characters that appear on the series. Um, his doubts about fighting, or his doubts about why he is fighting, and his doubts about what are the angels, why they are here, what is behind his father research, and such. So this series is very interesting because it touches in subjects like psychoanalysis, religion, philosophy. So it's very complex, and I honestly must say that the end of the series, I remember the last episode of the series because I did, after watching it, literally my reaction was what the fuck happened, honestly, because it did not make any sense. Then in the movies they kind of remastered the end and such, so well, I was more happy about it than the ending of the actual series. But and this series was a great hit and has a lot of followers even until today. So that's it. I don't have much more to talk about it. I do have more one thing to talk. There was also a manga that was written, and the there are several, there are two, three, or four mangas, but the one most notable is the official series that was done by Yoshiyuki Sadamoto, that began its realization in February of 1995, 8 months before the beginning of the series, and ended in 2013. There are also three other mangas that were created. One is called Neon Genesis Evangelion Angelic Days by Fumino Hayashi. Another manga called Shinji Ikari Raising Project by Takahashi Osamu. And Gakuen Datenroku by Min Min. Also, this series is a lot has a lot of popularity between the guys that draw doujinshi and stuff like that. So, and well, that's it. That's why I wanted to say about the series. I think that this series is interesting. I remember when I saw this series, I did not like the character of Shinji Iraki, like a lot of fans also dislike this guy. I did not dislike him much, but it was not by far. He is not my favorite. He is not, certainly is not my favorite character in all Evangelion. So, um, but it was a very interesting series with a lot of interesting actions. Uh, Sometimes one person could be annoyed by some stuff that happened with this guy Shinji Ikari, because he is actually sometimes he is a pretty annoying character. But nonetheless, the series is very enjoyable. The action scenes are fantastic. I was quite happy because redone the end of the series in one of the movies, and it made more sense than the way that series ended, and that let me be at peace with myself. And basically, that's it. Uh, so this is my number 8 in my top 20 greatest anime series of all time, Neo Genesis Evangelion. So hope you enjoy the video. Stay well, peace, and sorry if you are a fan of the series. I know that I could add a lot of more information and such, but honestly, I do not remember now. So uh, that's it. So stay well, peace, see you soon.